Hey Siri, set a timer for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, starting now.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
There's already a 45-minute timer. Replace it?
Yes.
30 minutes, counting down.
What is today? Friday? Big head ass motherfucker. I don't know what's bigger, my head or my forehead. I mean, my. That was funny, dude. My eyes or my forehead. Morning, Big Mo. Trying a different angle today. I've got a limited amount of time. I just want people to get in here that are going to take notes. They usually take notes because we're talking about ritual today. There's many definitions. Doesn't always include magic. Welcome in, Bex. Ritual: doing the same thing every single day at the same time, and why we do that. And before you go setting a routine for yourself, you need to know what the outcome is going to be, right? You need to align your goals with your outcome. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. I've got limited amount of time. I got about 30 minutes. But I want to come in here and teach this. Staying consistent with my plan. Welcome in wherever. Paul's Story. Stick around. User 467399. Indeed. Latrice Grant. All these people joining that don't have names in their taglines. How loud is that? Is it really loud? Can anybody else in the world do that? I can hold it. Watch this. My alien? Mama Burkrone. So you guys, we've been talking about the 9 predicates of willpower. If you want to have willpower, you have to practice it. These 9 predicates give you something to practice. It just so happens that the 9-step complete recovery blueprint has 3 aspects. This is the practical aspect, the 9 predicates of willpower. If you've got a pen and a pad and you want to write downward, write the word willpower. Willingness, imagination, language, leverage, programs, order, work ethic, emotional intelligence, and today's lesson, the 9th predicate, ritual. Before you go choosing to do the same thing besides work, this has nothing to do with work. We went over work ethic yesterday, where you've got to figure out what to do at the same time every day around the schedule you're choosing to have. Okay? What is that? If you know that growth happens from doing certain things, you have to involve those things in your life in a daily effort. It's not easy, but it's not hard. You can ease into it. For instance, when I was developing a gym habit, I just showed up every day. I just went every day to be the guy that goes to the gym every single day at the same time. It's literally a gateway into the personal growth realm, where you show up the next week. You're trying a mile. The next week you're trying to pay attention to YouTube videos. Just epigenetics, my friends. You don't want to go to the gym right now? You're not at the gym yet! When you get in that gym and you bring the right attitude, it changes you. And it's a gateway into the rest of everything else becoming amazing. My chosen ritual when I started this journey of personal growth was 1 hour of gym. And then immediately after I get out of that gym, I go to my car and I meditate. And sometimes I would last 15 minutes, and sometimes I would last 30 minutes, and sometimes I would commit to the entire hour when I had especially when I found out about Jay Shetty. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Joe. Thanks for helping out in the comments. Neuroscience teaches you that addiction is not a disease. You do not have to live a life of recovery. If you sprain your ankle, you heal from your injury and you recover. And if you have the flu, you overcome it, you heal, and you recover. Treatment is not needed. Treatment is for those that don't want to end their circumstances. Change them. That's what treatment's for. You're not willing to do something different, so you want to treat it to make it okay, to make it bearable, tolerable. Thank you for the follow, Florida girl. I'm an addiction recovery coach. I was a homeless drug addict. I was intravenously addicted to meth and heroin. And I remember those days. I was stuck in a cycle of spending and using, where the shop was right next to the Motel 6, where they would front me anything I want. And if I didn't pay, all they had to do was come to my shop. Expose me. I was literally living under a bridge. And when I went to rehab because of an injury and my job not firing me, I went to this rehab and they told me to stop sharing what I knew about neuroscience. Because I wasn't a practitioner. I was interested in it. I'd heard about it in college, watched a few videos, read Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, and I was at the peak of understanding I'm my own problem and my own solution. And they told me to stop sharing. and that I would be back for a repeat attempt at working these steps. My choice every single day is to do it because it hurts and I don't like it. And I think I proved that yesterday. I've programmed this decision into me. I'll show up and I'll do it no matter how I feel. Never again will I say, I don't feel like it, I'm just going to play video games today. Never again will I say, my mom put me in a bad mood, and because of this mood, I'm going to choose to be lazy and binge eat. Never again will I use someone else, or a circumstance or a situation that's happened to me as leverage against myself. I will choose. This book's changing my life, the understanding of it. I've been studying it for, you see how small that is? It's a lot. And it takes a serious student to understand what it's talking about. But when you grasp it, it's so powerful. When you learn how to use the higher frequencies to consume the lower, you use law against law. It's all we have is natural law. You are either a slave or a master of natural law. You use it for you, or it's used against you. Although I'm not a master yet, I am definitely an advanced student. And I'm working every single day to practice this in my life so that it becomes habit. With an understanding of the law of mentalism, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of polarity, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect, and the law of gender. With an understanding of that, you will not experience suffering. When you understand that there's a reason for winter, when you understand there's a reason for negative energy, black holes, they serve a purpose. You would not choose to flee or to fight if it were not first for your shitty circumstances. You either choose, or you choose, I'm going to fucking change this shit. And you have to show up with the right attitude and evolve your ego. Evolve your ego. Show it. We don't have to survive this way anymore. This is what's getting in our way. Talk to yourself. This is the behavior we don't do. Hey, Danny, this is what we're changing. Do it. Write it down. Practice it. Reprogram your supercomputer. Your subconscious mind. I'm posting a lot of content specifically to help people reprogram their mind. Because I've realized that I started using sleep hypnosis while I was living under a bridge. That I started using things to my advantage in content, in audiobook, in knowledge from others. Success leaves footprints. There are people that have been through what you're going through and they've made it out on top. There's even people that have reversed it and made it the primary reason why they're rich and successful. There is no limit but what is inside your mind. Hello from the Marine Camp in Pendleton, California. Welcome in, brother. Are you an addict in recovery? Obviously not if you're a Marine. Or maybe. I don't know. Welcome in, bro. Thank you for your service. Is that the kind of Marine you went? Or you mean like Day 2 is hard. Is this your day 2? Haga man, I remember you. Welcome back. Ritual. What do you do? Every day, same time. I want you to start writing down, Haga man, when you get the urge to drink, get a little pocket notebook, write down what triggered it. Every fucking habit starts with a cue. Figure it out. You're intelligent enough. It begins with a cue. From your environment, from the way you feel inside. Thank you, Janelle. Welcome in. Remember, you're either a slave or a master. Or a student. The student, working to be the master. Internalize that. Identify with that. Are you a smoker? A drinker? You identify with it. As long as your identity is I am alcoholic, you're going to crave, you're going to war against yourself. As soon as you say, I am in control of every one of my habits, and you start there, all truths are but half-truths. And they become your truth as you accept it. I'm in control of my habits, and you say it with emphasis. Here's the thing, though. You can say that all day long, and as long as your habits are not aligned with it, as long as your actions that you're taking go against it, the subconscious is wiser than you. You have to choose things that you can do to prove to your own subconscious mind that you are what you say you are. Well, welcome in, Rita. I respect you and honor you because of your faith. Faith in something is all we need. Whether you believe that God is everywhere, one God, or you believe that everything is one energy and we are an expression of God. Are we talking about the same thing or a different reality? Same thing. What it involves is spirit. Your heart beats on its own, and you can't use anything else to explain that except for God. Universe. The names we give it are our own understanding. But my religion used to make me feel like going to hell. Like I was going to hell. I felt trapped. If I'm a believer and I'm saved, why do I still have the thoughts? I had no understanding of the brain and how the mind works. Neuroscience saved, changed, evolved, enhanced my life. You always are who you say you are. So if you say, I'm Vicky and I can't remember names well, and I'm not good at math, and I couldn't do that, and I would never do that, and you align your identity with all these do nots and don'ts and don'ts everywhere. Swap it. Change it. Change direction and say optimism over pessimism. It requires a state of awareness. When you feel, here's how you know you're getting angry or frustrated. If your chest gets tight and your breathing gets shallow and your forehead, and you feel your forehead like this, unnatural, like what, if you ever catch yourself like this and you weren't doing it on purpose, you need to dive deep. You need to go within. You need to figure out what's up. That's your body saying, hey, something's got a tail feather ruffled. I want to add to that. Laughter is a medicine. And you don't need anyone's permission or anything happen to laugh. I've got 25, 30 different ways I can laugh. Actually, I was thinking of putting that on my audiobook portfolio, like the voice actor portfolio I'm building. Could do evil. I could do all kind of them. So you can make yourself laugh. You're the master. Can it get any simpler more simpler than what's the right English? I'm gonna go take an English comp class again because I feel like I'm saying things that aren't grammatically correct. You starve the wolf or you feed the wolf. I love that. I like that you said wolf. That means you're meant to be here. Synchronicity, because that's my spirit animal. Not only that, I've always considered myself a lone wolf. Been alone all my life. Not by choice. Not all the way by choice. What I mean is that there's people in my life that should call and reach out to me, and they don't. Anybody else? Anybody else feel like you should be loved more than you're being loved? The reason I'm bringing this up and trying to get you to enter that state so that I can show you how to master it instead of be a slave to it. Lonely and alone are completely different. Eagles fly alone. No, there's no other bird that can fly as high as an eagle. If you see them flying, they're alone because can't nobody do that. Can't no other bird get up there. Can I get an amen? Become your best friend. That's what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. Become your best friend. Don't let anybody or anything tell you that you can't. And here's the key. If you align, I just made a video about it. Go back and look at it. If you align your ideal of who you are with your current behavior, everything will fall into place. God cannot answer your prayers unless these two things are in alignment. Inner speech, faith, and your actions. They have to line up. You can't. And I'll also say that this is the reason my tagline is those that have. No matter what God you believe in, no matter how you pray to them, no matter if you use a ceremony or a ritual to do it, no matter if you're pagan, Christian, vegan, no, just kidding, joke. No matter what religion you are, when you pray, it's the state that you pray from that matters. And if it is, God, I am broke and I have no money, please send me a blessing. Let there be something in my... That's praying from have not. How do you ask for it? They took out the part that tells us how to ask in Mark 9 in the 16th century. Ask, it says, and it will be given to you. How do you ask? Well, the part they took out, thanks to Dr. Greg Braden, we know this. It says to be surrounded by your answer. To be. Notice the word be. Be surrounded. If in order to be surrounded, you have to be. How does it feel? What's it smell like? What's it taste like? Are there people clapping? Are you shaking hands with someone? Somebody touching your shoulder? Get yourself into a state of theta where you're relaxed and breathing deeply and plenty of oxygen. And then, while you're in that state, you think of your vision. You think of exactly what I'm talking about here. See it, smell it, taste it, hear it. What experience do you want to have in your life? If you can see it in your imagination, the actions to take to manifest it will come. That's the answer. The mind of man is the mouth of God. If you ask, you will receive. How so? Well, there's no question in your mind you can ask without you finding the answer. Prove it to yourself. Ask a redundant question. Ask a hard question. Ask something that's going to bring out a negative quality of yours. A tough question. You'll get the answer. I like that idea, Matt. I want to order one of the Companions Bible. It's just like $69, and I'm always iffy. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna buy it though. Companions Bible shows you the language it came in, and it shows you the how it got to where we are. It's what Jordan Maxwell uses to do all of his deep study. I found mine. So we have a, what's your name, brother? I mean, ma'am. Sorry, single mom. Single mom for 28 years. Oh my God, I won't spam your page. I love you. Thank you for being here. Understand you're part of a recovery community right now. The members you see that are pro, they're part of the community. There might be even some that aren't subscribed. The Kim, like for instance, Kim, been coming a while. We have a community online that's on WhatsApp. Jessica. Nice to meet you, Jessica. My life's purpose, Jessica, is to speak truthfully and I messed it up. It's speak fervently and teach truthfully and coach compassionately. I'm trying to memorize it. I want to end homelessness. I want to provide a permanent solution, a permanent program to recovery and replace 12-step recovery. Because I believe that it's the problem and it's being used against us. Because I know that it uses this against you. We have a community of loving, supportive people that are focused on personal growth. There's about 95 of us in there right now and growing, and we would love to have you. I encourage you, download WhatsApp and join the group. It's end-to-end encrypted, and the reason we keep it that way is for safety. And you can join the WhatsApp, and here's how we participate. Here's how we change our lives. We don't anchor to our clean date. We don't celebrate the last time. You know, that's pretty much when you anchor to a clean date and use a tag to 30 days sober, 90 days sober. That is an anchor to the last time that you used the thing that you're trying to quit. It's not going to help you. What we do at Co-Create Oneness is we paint a vision of the future and we anchor you to that. It starts with the vision. It starts with the willingness and the vision. And then as you start to use your language in ways that make you feel good on a day-to-day basis, it can't happen overnight. But you reprogram your mind with language. And through that reprogramming of your mind, then you start to get clarity about what it is you want and to have exercises. What I'm doing is I'm going through the 9 predicates of willpower really quickly. That's what it is. Willingness, imagination, language, the first three. You start with the willingness to get curious about what you want to do with the rest of your life. If money, time, and resources were not a problem, what would you do? How would you spend every single day of your life? What value could you give to other people? That's my timer. And if you'll notice, every predicate of willpower, willingness, imagination, language, leverage, programs, that's when things start to become habit. Once you develop the habits, you start organizing your life. You apply work ethic to your vision, which means that you create revenue streams. You start working on making money at what you're committed to. And then emotional intelligence helps you make tough decisions. And then you get down here to ritual and you realize, all right, I have this plan. I got a wheelchair invented. I got 3 audiobooks with royalties. I can create more. I've got these skills. I got the website. I'm a coach. I'm doing all these things. And now, ritual. Same time, every single day, same stuff. What is that for you? What are you passionate about? That's why Co-Create Oneness is here. What we do is we keep we do what's called a roll call inside the group. We're about to have our first group meetup too on Zoom. I'm planning it right now. I'll let you guys know. But the roll call, it goes like this. You come in the morning and you enter the state of gratitude by telling us what you're grateful for. Don't be redundant. Once you enter that state of gratitude and you're in a high frequency brainwave state, then you say, what are you focusing on? What are you going to do today? What are you going to accomplish? What are you going after? Then you voice any anxieties and fears that you may have. That is using the higher against the lower. Once you call your giants out by name, they will shrink. It's okay. It's okay, Bex. Oh, you're all sad. Vacation's over with. I know that feeling. Sound went off? I gotta go anyways, guys. I gotta go anyways. Can you hear me now? Mom's got an eye doctor appointment today. Cool. I'm going to leave you the same way I do every single day. Hey guys, if you're not in the WhatsApp group, you need to be. Join the WhatsApp group. I'm going to leave you the same way that I do every single day by reminding you that you're full of unlimited potential and you have gifts that this world is waiting to benefit from. Go out and make it your mission to spread love and light, and don't forget to give those gifts. I love you, you're amazing, and I hope that you have an equally amazing day. Namaste.